Hello everyone, I'm JOEHOVA. Welcome back to Space Engineers. And I've got something special planned for this episode, and we'll get there in a second, but I want you to see something. I have been busy. This took me forever. So, you know I'm digging this tunnel, right? You see what this is right here? This conveyor system. You have no idea how long and how many minerals this took. I didn't even bother to record how much it was. This is days and days worth of work. It's pretty ridiculous. I will never do this again. I'm pretty confident that I'll never do this again. This was as close to work as gaming can get. I honestly believe that, because there were times I just didn't want to come back to this, but I did it. I got it done. Look how long this tunnel is, and the tunnel's still not completely carved out. We'll get to that here in a minute, but I do want you to see. I'm not going to cut this. This is the whole length of the tunnel that you're seeing here. Remember, I wanted to carve into the volcano, right? Well, I did, with mixed results. I'll show you here in a second, but look at this frickin' tunnel. Do you see how much iron and plates we're talking about? Okay, finally we make the turn, right? So we go up, and we're inside, right? Well, that's not all. This is a problem. I'm crooked. Now, I'm level with outside, right? So I don't know if this is a gravity issue. Maybe I could put a gravity generator and it would turn me out, but this is not what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this monster storage that I have going on here. This is ridiculous and awesome at the same time. So I got this massive volcano here. It's pretty sweet, and just a humongous storage system, which is fairly safe. I don't see a lot of, you can see where I came up on accident. I don't see a lot of meteorites hitting inside here, so protecting my storage was kind of what I was down to do. But that's not what I'm going to do this episode. What I want to do this episode is something else I've been working on. I want to build some ships, put them on the workshop, right? I mean, obviously, I don't think this is worthy of a workshop. Some regular usable ships. Like, I built this guy just to be a drill ship, But by the time I built this, I had just an obscene amount of resources. So my goal is, let's build some ships that are functional and usable, but don't require a lot of resources. Now, my first attempt at this probably is not the best example. I made a ship called the BOAR, and it is what it sounds like. It's a drill ship. But the problem I have with this drill ship is that when I go in that tunnel, at a certain point, you go first person, you can't get out of it. There's just no way. You're stuck in the cockpit, and you just can't see enough. So I wanted to create a design that would allow me to be able to tunnel in without having to worry about that third person changing out. So I've got a kind of a weird looking design, but it worked. Now, what I wanted to do is figure out, okay, how much does that cost? So check this out. Start that over. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, so this is not Space Engineers. This is Excel, and this is a spreadsheet. And so here's what I've done. My ship requires these components over here. These components are made up of these pieces here, right? And I needed to decide how many of these individual things I needed for these. So this is a small ship, so the large atmospheric thruster is 20 steel plates and 30 components and 8 grid. You can see what I've done here, right? Well, if you take this down, now I have the same components, but there's a multiplier. How many of those do I need per the ship? So if I need, on my large atmospheric thrusters, I need 2 of those for this ship. That's going to be 20 each, so that's going to be 40 steel plates, right? And you can see I've added all these up. So if you come down to the bottom, you can see that I need 453 steel plates, 892 components, all the way down this list. It's actually not too bad, it's for a small ship. But then, I needed to figure out, okay, well, how much is that going to cost me in actual ores and ingots, right? So I came down here. And each one of these steel plates is 7 iron. And each one of these components is 2.67 iron, and you can see what I've done here. So I totaled them out. So I said, okay, well, if I have 453 of these and each one costs 7, that's 3,171 pieces of iron just for my steel plates. And I added all that up, and I come out to these totals here. So I've got basically iron, nickel, cobalt, and silicon. Cobalt's the only thing that's a little rare. I mean, it's a little hard to find on planets, but it can be done if you get lucky, basically, if you make an ore detector. But what you got here is the totals. So I need 11,000 iron, I need 1,200 nickel, I need 40 cobalt, and I need 175 roughly silicon. Now, the nickel and the silicon I think I'm going to get just because I'm going to be refining this ore right here. But if you look at the actual ore needed, now this is where it gets a little up in the air because I didn't do enough math. I'm kind of rushing this video a little bit because I'm ready to do it. But basically what it comes down to is based on what I've seen when I mine regular stone and turn it into iron. This is not iron ore. This is just regular stone. When I do stone, this is my conversion. It's a 0.18. So basically for 11,000, I'll need 61,000 ore. And that sounds like a lot. I know it does. But every time you fill up your drill, when you have your settings up at 10 times, which I do because, you know, the videos are grindy enough, you can carry about 3K on your person every trip. So that's 20 trips, 21 trips, and I should have enough in a regular refinery with no upgrades to be able to get that 11,000. So that should cover 3 of them, and then 167 roughly, which is not a lot of cobalt. You can get that pretty quick, and then you can get 40 of those, and you're done. So the ship itself doesn't seem that expensive. But let's get back to the game. All right, so back in the game here, I should have all of this stuff, right? So let us see what I have. Go to my inventories here. I go down. I've got 122,000. So that's enough iron. I've got 10,000, 15. That's good. I've got 364 cobalt. So I should have enough to make everything I need. Now it's just a matter of remembering what those things are. So I can't easily switch back and forth during my recording because I have to go to display and all that crap. So I'll do this off camera, but we'll go ahead and make all of those things. We'll put them into production, all of the things that I need, because it'll still take a while to make them. It's funny. I went away from the recording thinking I'm going to have to produce all this stuff, right? And I forgot because I've been making my tunnel. I got a lot of shit here, so I don't know that I'm going to have to make a whole lot of anything. It looks like I've got everything that I'm going to need. Yeah, I really do. Okay, so I guess I better get to this design, right? Okay, so the first thing... this is where it gets a little hairy. The first thing I wanted to do was to make... Okay, so let's look at this. So we're going to have to make a landing gear, right? So just regular... Now, I built this in vanilla. Landing gear. So I built this in vanilla, so it only has vanilla parts on it, even though I'm playing with a ton of mods. The goal of the video series for making ships is going to start vanilla, just for those players that like to play vanilla, and then we may go on from there, if it's going to be something that people are very interested in. All right, so this is actually the back of the ship, so steel plate. It's hilarious that I got all this stuff and I came out with nothing. Just do it this way. So I grab some steel plates here. And if you want to see those videos, then you let me know, because I'm curious if anybody's going to get off on that kind of video, because I want to do it all in creative to start with, right? And just show the failures, because these are going to be straight designs. I'm not going to be one of those guys that are come out with like a finished design and be like, oh man, this was this was really hard. I'd like you guys to see me fail. I think everybody wants to see that in reality. Nobody wants to see anybody be awesome all the time, right? All right, so I've got this guy right here, and then I'm going to put a piston on that. So let's see what we need for a piston. So there's our piston. And it's going to be for a little ship. And I hope this is correct as far as the position. I think it should be. What happened there? Is it there and I just can't see it? Yeah. What's happened? I am confused by this. It says that the piston is built. Do you see the piston? I don't see the piston. Okay, so how tall is that? Is that 2 blocks, 4 blocks? That's 1, 2, that's 3 blocks tall. So I don't see the piston. Maybe a reset is in order, but we'll do this instead. 1, 2. What the hell's going on here? Did I... 1, 2, and we'll do 3. So that's the height of the piston, because really, where I want to start this is with my cockpit, right? So I go back and I go to cockpit, and I just use the good old vanilla cockpit here, and I put this guy on. Oh, nothing's coming up. Okay, I'm gonna have to reboot here, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's see if that fixed it. No. You know, there's a thing about this map. And it is that, well, I dug that tunnel and I built all those things, and I'm way, way over the PCM. There you go, it finally loaded. I mean, I am way over the PCM here. And I want to put that on the right side because it's going to go on here sideways. So we'll put this up here. Let's make sure it's up high enough. I think it is. We'll find out. Alright, need some display. Ooh, something else too. Displays and bulletproof glass. Let's get that done. And I know I usually do a lot of cuts, but I think, you know, in this case, I want you guys to see what I'm doing. And again, I just need your feedback. You gotta tell me if you like this kind of video, or if you like the cuts, or... because I don't know if you don't tell me. So there's that. What else was it? Displays? Remember? Bulletproof glass? I've already forgotten. Computers? Nah, just in case. I had some of those. Where did she go? There it is. I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, that's good. Okay, so, yeah, I think that's right. Now I gotta put that, let's do this temporarily, because I gotta put the piston back on without this falling off, so see if I can pull this off. Nope. I'm an idiot. See, this is the part of the game that you miss when I do a bunch of cuts. Oh, that's what you miss right there, you know? You miss me just dropping things off into the bottom of the base. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? We'll go right out here. We will switch to the small. Drop that bad boy right there. And we'll build this guy. Okay, and now we'll do our piston. There we go. I think it's on there correctly. And make that guy. Okay. Oh, we got to make the top piece. There we go. Alright, so it's sideways, so now we got to put this guy on here like so. Okay, so that looks good. Now we're going to need some gyroscopes and a vent. So I put 4 gyroscopes on this guy. So let's start with the vent first. This is a trick that I picked up from old Splitsy, who, if you have not watched Splitsy's videos on Space Engineers and you like this game, you need to check him out. He's really, really awesome. And he does a great job. So we'll put that there, and you put this on decompression, and it actually will pull air in from the atmosphere. Now that's not going to work here. There's an alien planet. There is no oxygen, but I'm going to put it on there because it was part of the ship. So then we'll do our gyroscopes, and I did the regular gyroscopes because it, like I said, is vanilla. And I put 4 of these bad boys on here, like so. Go ahead and get those boys up. So we need large steel tubers. Alrighty, we got plenty of all this stuff. Should have. Like I said, I built for days. Yep, large steel tubers. Get a few of those guys. Don't want to waste all my rockets. Okay. So she's coming together. Now I'm doing this from memory as well. So, and I did this like last night, maybe? So now I gotta remember how I had all my engines on. I want to think that I had my side engines on here. So that's how I'm gonna build it anyway. So Atmo and just the regular old vanilla thrusters. And I'll do 3 one way and 3 the other. Again, the purpose of this ship was so that I could bore a straight hole. So I think I did 3 or maybe 4. Let's start with 3. Flip it around. Go the other way. There we go. So that's a good place to start anyway. Metal grids. So let's go ahead and get some of that stuffage. So yeah, this video may go a little long as well, so...
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, here's some more meteor storms. Gotta love those things. Watch, I'll build my ship and it'll just be a meteor storm. Completely destroy it. That would suck. Components, huh? Components. So let's see how many of those I can carry. I know I can type in components too. I hear you screaming at your monitors right now. Or your TVs, or wherever you happen to watch. And hey, by the way, I appreciate you being here, hanging out with me. Need some motors, because I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know about you. But maybe you're learning something too. The struggle, because you know the most popular videos on YouTube are tutorials. It's kind of what I do every day. So I didn't want to like make a tutorial channel. But at the same time, people do like tutorials quite a bit. So did I just do that really? So I'm torn on that. You guys let me know what you think about that. If you think you want more tutorials. You know, I always feel like with games, I'm always learning. I don't feel like I ever completely have my shit together. All right, so the next thing is batteries. And I just use the standard battery. And I put 2 of them on here, like so. Now, I believe, honestly, that 3 would work better. I really do. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build the ship as is. And I'll put this up on the workshop, the ship, as far as that's concerned. It's called the BOAR, or just BOAR, B-O-A-R. I think that's how I spell it. I hope that's right. Okay, so I need power cells. Now, these things are heavy, so you can't carry very many of them. I was going to say, do I have them? Of course I have them. Power cell. Yeah, I need 20 each, so that's going to be 4 trips here if I don't dump some stuff. And I don't feel like dumping some stuff, so let's just do POW. Should get me close. There we go. There's 1 battery. Alright, we'll get some Mo. Oh, I should have started the other one. Should have started the other one. What if I did cell? Is that better? Get closer. Alright, so 2 batteries. And, you know, I just thought of something. I don't have any solar or anything on here. What I originally intended to do was to build this on a connector. Now that's coming back to me. I intended to build it on a connector, which meant that it would automatically draw power from the station. So yeah, I might have to land this big bastard and see if I got enough juice to fly up and connect to that connector right there, because it's going to be a bottom connector. And the worst part is I really need to get it up off the ground to finish the build, because there's a connector that goes right up under here that's almost flush with this ground right here. This is going to be kind of a trick. I might throw a solar panel or something on here just to get some power into these batteries, because I believe, I don't know that these batteries start with anything. Battery, no, they got nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah, I might temporarily put a solar panel on this guy. I think the sun's about to come up or go down, I can't tell. Put a solar panel on that guy just to get some juice. So, yeah, let me do that real quick. See if we can't get some power into this guy. Okay, so built a couple solar panels. You can see I accidentally welded the floor too. These are not part of the ship. They are only temporary, just enough to try to get some juice into these batteries. For whatever that's worth. Probably be better if I turn these engines off, huh? That way I'm not just using a bunch of juice that I'm generating here. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn everything off except for the batteries, gyroscopes included. I don't want them drawing any power to this guy. Landing gear, I will keep you powered. Piston, I'm going to turn you off too. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know how much 2 solar panels are going to be able to do. You can see the sun rides kind of low in the sky right now. And, you know, Splitsy already kind of proved in one of his videos that the vertical panels are better, so I'm not sure why I did it that way. I guess it just kind of fit on the ship better. Now, I gotta remember, I want to say that these are my up thrusters here. This is where I put my up. So, go back to Atmo, my regular old thruster, and I want to say I had 6 of these going up. No, going down, because my big atmospherics go up. So 3. Let's go ahead and get this guy done. What, motors? Okay. Yeah, power's going to be the issue. So I guess, you know, in hindsight, I should have done what I originally planned to do and totally forgot, which is to build this on a connector. But we'll see what we can do. Let's go ahead and get some motors. And we'll get these guys built. And then 3 more of them. I don't think I need that much ground thrust, especially on a planet. I mean, you could pretty much just turn your what do you call it's off. And 3 would probably be enough, but I put 6 on it. That's what I'm going to stay with. So, okay, then I went to, I believe, directly to the large atmospheric thrusters. I got my sides, my forwards are here. Yeah, I think that's what I did. So let's go back to the Atmo. And I know I could pull up this blueprint. I'm not trying to do that right now. So large atmospheric right here. And turn it. And then I want to... At first I thought the direction of these actually mattered. It doesn't. So I'm just going for style here. So I'll put that one there. And that one there. And then we'll get these guys. So what do I need? Plates. Plates, plates, plates. Lots of plates. You know, and again, and you got to imagine you're going to be doing this early game because you want to make your first big drill ship. And you're going to need the resources to do it. So it would go a little bit slower than this. Motors. Lots of motors and components. Wow. Let's put some of the stuff I don't need for sure. I don't need these girders. I don't need those solar cells. I don't need the batteries. So then we can go back in and say, what do I need? Well, I need components. I need plates. I need motors. I need more motors than that. I need motors. Let's do more motors than that. There we go. That's better. So we'll come over here, get these guys built up. Large tubes. A little bit of a grind, and I'm rushing through this. I really should take more time with this, but you know, I've already built it. Let's see. Get those guys right there. Okay, so I know that part. Let's turn. Well, you know what? Let's get these other ones on first, because I'll need my sides. So we'll go back to Atmo, regular old Atmo thrusters. And then my side thrusters. So I had, I think, 3 of each of these. 1, 2, 3 on each side even. Rotate those around. I had 1 gap. Maybe more? Oh, wait, here it was. Had 1 gap between them. Actually, you could do more than 1 gap between them. I think I'm going to, because I always have problems with these thrusters when they're too close together for the intakes. Let's just go ahead and put them here. I don't know if the original ship has it that way or not, but that's what we're going with. We'll rotate these guys around. 2, 3. I'll put these here. 3. Okay. And they appear to be at the same height. What do I need? Motors. Lots of motors, man. Lots and lots and lots of motors and components. Okay. Motors and components. These damn things are motors, and they use a lot of motors. Surprise, surprise. Go ahead and get those components and motors here. Get more motors. There we go. I'm not going to need a whole lot of computers, but whatever. Okay. Get all these guys built up here. More motors, huh? Yeah, you know, I need more motors. Let's just say I'm going to put this grid away for now. Probably need more later. But right now, I need motors and components. So, back to the matter at hand. If I can get these built and turn them off real quick so I can try to store up some power. More components. Okay, so components coming at you. Oh, there's some here. Keep the inventories together as much as possible. Because this, oh, that was overkill, man. Overkill, but components are one of the main things I need, so I will use them. Okay, so let's get in there and turn that stuff off. So we'll go back into the inventory, and we'll just go through our atmospheric thrusters, and we'll just turn these bad boys off. I know I could group them, but I've already got some of them turned off, so I want to make sure I get them all. So hopefully you don't find this too boring. Forwards are off, backward. Get all these guys turned off. Try to store some power. Downs, yep, those were on too. Okay, I think that's all of them. Now, battery, do I have anything? I got 200 watts. It's gonna take 14 days. Well, I don't have 14 days, but I just need to get us up there. Well, actually, yeah, because I can lift this thing off the ground with a piston. I forgot about that. Alright, so we got this part done, and before we can really go much further, we're going to have to extend the piston. So, let's do that. Did I turn that one off too, didn't I? Piston is off. Yeah, let's turn that on. 200 watts. That's a lot of power. Maybe I can get it extended and turn it back off again? I really don't know. Well, let's find out. Let's see. 2 meters? Okay, that sounds good. And then we'll go to G. We'll go to our piston. And let's put this in the middle somewhere. We'll say retract and extend. Okay. So let's extend our piston. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, no. It's fucking upside down. That is worst case scenario. Well? Huh. Okay. So, we're gonna have to get creative here. Uh-huh. Can't do that. So, we'll do... Oh, can't do that either. Oh, no. Jeez. What has happened to my ship? Oh, God. Okay, so this is pretty bad news. Well, let me think about this for a second. I gotta figure out how to... Because if I disconnect the piston, which is connected to the ship... Oh, you know what? I don't have to think that hard, right? Can't put it on the top either, huh? Okay, go all the way to the battery, do we? Okay, so that should connect us. I don't really need this guy. Oh, it crashed again. Shit. Well, with all these PCMs, this thing's gonna crash a lot. This might be kind of the end of this world here. But let me go ahead and get out, save it, and come back in, see how much we lost here. Alright, we're back, and of course, as soon as I took that off, it just fell over, because there's nothing connected to that, and I should have known that, but I'm kind of a moron, so I've kind of cheated a little bit. I put a reactor on here. This is not part of the ship. I put a little uranium in there, and that way I can fly this bad boy up, and we can get this thing connected again. Let me go ahead and turn on my gyroscopes and stuff. Turn all this stuffage on here. And, see. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, okay, be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Alright, so now I can, let me take all this garbage, extra garbage off the ship here without destroying anything. These, this level 3 grinder, man, shows no mercy. I mean, none. It'll tear your ship apart very quickly. Gotta be real careful with it. Okay. So now, I should be able to come in here and take this guy out. And get my piston. Do I have a piston on my board here? Let's see. Piston. Get this guy up. And turn it the right way. That is important. I think that is the right way now. Everybody probably knew that last time other than me. There we go. And then I can put my landing gear on. Goes on sideways. There we go. Okay. No, does not go on there. Goes on the piston. Let's try that again. 5. Why isn't it putting it on the piston? Why is it not putting it on the piston? Why? Is it because... Well, I don't know why. Oh, there it is. Just gotta line it up just right. Okay. There we go. Now I should be able to get in. And see if we can extend that bad boy. So we'll go control panel. Piston. Oh wait. I'm doing this wrong. G. Piston. Here. Extend. Piston. Here. Retract. Okay, so 7 is extend. Stick it. Stick it. Okay, good. We're stuck now, right? Should be stuck to the bottom. Okay. So now, I'm going to take these guys off. I'll leave that reactor on just to power the ship. Just enough to power those batteries. Okay, so that's good to go right there. And how much is this using up? I probably have a few days of this power, right? Say at 49.9. So yeah, this is going to be good. I'll leave this stuff on. It doesn't matter. Because again, we would be building this on the connector. And speaking of the connector, the next thing we need to put on the ship is a frame. So they have these connector frames, right? Conveyor frames. So I'm going to put this guy right on the bottom to make the math work out. And then on bottom of that, that's where we'll put our connector. Because the whole point is we have to be able to get these drills connected back, and I want everything connected. What the hell's going on here? Last one I pick every time. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we got our connector. Now, what we'll end up doing, I think I put like steel plates under here to make this more rigid. I want to say that I did, so let's go ahead and do some of that. I'll just put 5 of them for now. And we'll do 3 on each side. I don't think I used that many in the original design, but what does it hurt? Gives it a little bit more rigidity, right? These are just light plates, so they're not very strong anyway. Those guys welded up. Okay, good. She's not going to win any beauty contests. Alright, so got that. Now we start doing the conveyor system. And what I did on the original, because I got to get around these motors, and later I realized after I'd made this was kind of a flaw in the design, but we'll always have room to get better. So what I'll do here is I'll go to the small conveyors. So do conveyor, right there's this guy, and I'll start plopping these guys out right here. And I got a little overkill on this too. You really only need one side, but I did it on both, so I'm going to try to stay as true to the original design as possible. Last one every time. Alright, so now you see we're bypassing that engine right there. So we go forward, forward, get around these guys. I think I turned a 90 right here. Yeah, I believe I did. So we'll turn a 90. There we go. And then, no, I was wrong about that. Too soon. So we'll put the regular back on. Extend out a little bit more. Then we'll turn our 90. And then we put the box. And on top of the box, we do 2 of these guys. And then 1 of those. And just for giggles and... oh, man, you know what? I don't think I'm out far enough. Is that going to just... I don't know if that... no, I think that'll be fine. I think on the original ship it went out further than that. It was out 1 more, maybe. This will thin it up a little bit. We'll see if it destroys itself, right? I mean, that's all we can do. An experiment in the making here. So we got that right there. Again, I know this is kind of overkill. It's just... it's for symmetry. I'm not going to lie to you. That's really all it's for. And then we'll turn a 90 right here. I need what? Interior plates. Okay. Well, I almost had it. So we'll need interior plates, small tubes. I got some of that stuff. Let's see here. Interior plates, small tubes. Motors, always motors. Okay, so we'll put this last guy on here. And then we'll weld these guys up. Can I get to him? Yep. Okay, so my connector is now connected up to this front piece, which is where my drills are going to go. So now we'll go to the drills. Drill motor. And I got 6 on this bad boy. So turn it right there. So that's 1, 2, and I got 1 on each side. So 1 there. Make sure to line this up properly. There. Right there and right over here. Oop, get out of its way. Right there. Alright, so we get our drills. And it's a simple ship for a simple man. I got large tubes are what I need. Large tubes and what else? Components. So we almost got her. Because, I mean, that's really all there is to it. I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible. So large tubes, components. Oh, plates. Didn't notice that. Did not notice that. Steel plates. Okay. Alright, so the question is, am I missing anything? I've got the back on it. Got forward engines, sideways engines, up and down. Got my drills. Got my landing gear. I think that's it. I think this was the BOAR right here. I had a little bit more steel on it before, kind of making it a little bit more rigid. I think I put one maybe... Did I put one right here? No, I don't really think I did that. Well, just in case, if it gives it any kind of structural integrity, that'll be cool. I thought I put some more right there, but I really don't know. I mean, again, I'm building this from memory. So let's go back in. Oh, you know what we'll do first before we do that? Let's go up to this big mamma jamma, and we'll park her somewhere out of the way. Go back to the Enterprise. And we'll do our thing here. Let's go back to the third person. Cannot do third person? Strange. Maybe because I'm connected to the station. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the power on. And we'll turn our thrusters on. Whoops. We'll do that the right way. Thrusters. So we'll do 8 and 9 until it's been a few days since I've done this. Alright, so my thrusters are on. Go back to page 1. I've got... If I've got thrusters, I should be good to go. Unlock. Now V. There we go. Okay, so... Pulled her up. Let's go ahead and just park her on the ice over here. If you recall from the other episode, that ship on the top is what's causing all of that noise. Not a whole lot I can do about that right now. God, this big beast moves slow, man. I only got, what, 2 hydrogen engines on it? Small ones at that. And this is a lot of thrust. And look at this giant beast. I've fallen in love with this ship. This is a massive, massive drill. But that's where I got all those resources, man. I mean, I just carved through. Just absolutely carved through some asteroids with this guy. Is this thing listing over? Because that damn thing. Craziness, man. That ship on top causing me so many problems. Alright, I think I'm clear. Yeah, I am. I'll turn her a little bit this way. And come on down. Come on down. Enterprise. We got landing gear on it, just for this purpose. Oh shit. Come on down. Come on down. Okay, now lock them. Alright, good. So now we'll go back to our second page. We'll turn off 8 and 9. Go back to our first page, and we'll turn off the reactor. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and keep that reactor on. It's not connected to the station right now. I'm recharging those batteries. I wonder if those batteries are charged yet. Does compact batteries. Batteries, here we go. Oh yeah, fully charged 10 gigawatts. So they're good. I'm not really super worried about it, so I don't want to kind of lose life support, but I guess I will. 5. Turn the sucker off. Well, I still got... I'm not sure what's happening there. You know what? Just turn it back on. It doesn't matter. Okay, So we're almost out of hydrogen while we're here on the Enterprise. We'll go on down to engineering. Get juiced up. There we go. And get back out to the matter at hand here. Okay, so here's the BOAR. Get inside this guy. All right, we're going to need to do a couple things. First of all, go to our landing gear and tell it to switch the lock, because we need to be able to disconnect. We should float, so that's not a problem. We'll have to tell the drills to turn on as well. So if we go into control panel, and we'll go to all of our drills, just call it drill. And then we'll go in and hit G, and then we'll go to our groups and grab this drill and put it down here, and we'll tell it to turn on and off. Okay. So now, I have a hard time in this third person not doing third person. It's strange until you take off. Okay, is that something new? Because I don't remember that being a thing. Maybe it is a thing, and I'm just crazy. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll unlock this guy, and then retract. Yeah. Oh man, it connected again. Okay, so we'll unlock this guy and retract. Maybe I hit the wrong button. There we go. So now my landing gears come up, and you see it's cleared my connector. So then I can use this guy to go up. You can see it moves pretty good. Not bad at all. We'll kind of get a better perspective on this. Kind of went up a little bit too far there. Yeah, I mean, for a landlocked ship, I mean, that's what this is basically a planetary drill. It's not bad for what it has to do. Oh, come on down quite a bit here. Oh, I don't have my connector. Okay, so before we land, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go to G, all blocks, grab the connector, and we'll say to switch the lock there. Okay, so we'll turn this guy this way. A little bit, go up just a tad. Oop, and then we'll come down. Probably a little too far forward. Here we go. Connected. Now, 8. Bam, we're locked. So now, I should be getting power from the station. So if I go into my batteries, stored power, current input, current output. Man, it's getting as much as it's giving. See, I don't remember that being quite a thing. This is interesting for, you know, what you do in... Oh, well, it's probably sharing power of the station, right? So what I'll do is I'll put the batteries on recharge. So we'll just go ahead and put those on recharge real quick. We'll get those fully charged in. Input 4, output 0, stored power in kilowatts. It can do 4 megawatts, so it's going to be 12 minutes before that is totally powered up. And that's cool. Gives us a chance to look at this guy. So I'm curious as to if I took that reactor off now. Let's just do that because, you know, normally I wouldn't have this reactor on there. That's pretty cheaty, to be completely honest with you. I hadn't used a lot, but there we go. So that is the ship, and I want to believe that the station will still be charging it, right? So if I go in here to my batteries, yeah, still 12 minutes, so we're getting plenty of power from the station. All right, so if you look at this guy, this is what it is. And I'll let those batteries charge up. Oh, you know what? No, they got plenty of room right here. Okay, I was looking at that. So, yeah, this looks weird. I know it does, and it's not sexy at all, and I know I could put some more metal on it and stuff like that, but I was able, in this ship, to get 700,000 grams. think that's right, 700,000 grams, which is a lot. It's enough to build itself, you know, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. But the main thing about this, and the most important part, is when I'm on a planet like this, and you can see out there I've got, you know, magnesium and silicon, those things are going to be under the ground, and to dig straight into the ground is kind of a problem. So this is completely designed to go straight into the ground, and it does a pretty good job of that. As a matter of fact, I went straight through a mountain with this guy and never missed a beat, and I never come out of third person. That is the critical key for me. When I go into a hole, I never come out of third person. So I'm going to let this charge up a little bit, and then I'm going to go into that hole right over there, and we're going to see this guy in action. And you know, the main difference between these ships, this is the one I built originally. It's a good ship. I mean, it does a good job. It's hydrogen powered, so you gotta have a lot of ice, but yeah, got enough ice. But the main thing about this, it can take you to space, and I've done it. I went to space and came back with it, so it does that job. But it's a little overkill. And the biggest thing, like I said, with a cockpit on the front, going to that first person when you're drilling, I lose the ability to get out of some of those holes. I mean, I beat the hell out of this thing trying to get back out of that hole. So this guy right here is going to be far superior to that. And if it works the same way as it did on creative when I made it, then it should be great. Oh shit. Oh shit. What has happened? What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. Oh, I'm an incredible moron. Oh, auto battery. Oh, Lord. Help me. Please help me, I'm falling. Alright, roll, bitch, roll. Okay. No, nothing is fucked here, dude. Nothing is fucked here. Okay. Now that I'm done entertaining myself, maybe I can get back to entertaining you. So the real question is this hole tall enough for this craft? I do not know. Excuse me. So let's look here. We'll go ahead and go straight down. Whoa, not that far down. Not that far. But this far. Okay, so it's looking like this is a little taller than the other one, but that's okay. We'll turn our drills on. And we'll head in to the hole here. Go down a little further. Alright. So main thing, keep your eyes on the horizon and drill like a mofo. And try to keep it as level as possible. Let's see what we get here. Looks good so far. Level it out. Yeah, I'm good. Get right behind the ship. Look at that. By now, I was already in first person on the last one. And I do have this runway here, so I know exactly where I'm going, which is not exactly straight. But we'll try to stay on her. And we'll start drilling. You see, I'm getting a little bit off the ceiling, but not much of anything, really. And I'm just going straight in. We'll start digging this hole. I think this is where we're going to get into the other stuff here. You know, when you see those things start flashing, they're hitting rocks. So, a little bit, whoa, a little bit high, a little bit low. A little bit too much motor, probably, right? The main thing is, when it's light, it's not a problem. When it starts getting heavy, that's when we get into issues. So you can see even from the side here, I can see my horizon. So far, so good. Kind of going off sideways here. Getting a little askew. Keep on going. The entrance is still fairly large at this point, so I'm not trying to go super duper fast. But we'll get in. And you can see I'm just following this guy in. This is what I love about this ship. Go back to first person. You know, I'm on the back, so I can't see anything anyway. Oh, man, did I just mess that up? Oh, so this is new. I can't get out of first person while I'm in the cave. That's kind of crazy, huh? Not even if I do that. Oh, wait, I did it right there. Okay, whew. That was a little freaky. All right, let's try this again. So we'll come down just a hair. And we'll go back forward again. Let me see if I can do this without messing it up. Because this video is already quite long. I appreciate you guys staying with me if you have. Like I said, I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. And this is proving out the BOAR. And it's working. She's working. She's working. And you can see I'm up to 11,000. 115,000. This thing will, in the creative build, it took up 700,000. So it'll grab a lot of stuff. And again, this hole is just absolutely massive. This was in hindsight, this was a mistake, building this many PCMs, and that's basically pieces, because you have a limit normally, and I upped that limit to unlimited. So it's I'm dragging now, but the game does not like it, and it does crash quite consistently. This might, because of this, I might be coming to the end of this world. Now, I could probably leave the planet and go somewhere else and be okay. I don't know that for sure. You can see I'm still just pimping along in this cave. This is how much I dug with the other ship, and it was quite maddening simply because of the fact that you couldn't see anything. But this is going pretty well. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's not get crazy. But the cool thing about this is I can literally just dig straight down if I wanted to and just come straight back out of the hole. And that's fantastic. It really is. So just dig, dig, dig. I'd like to go a little faster, but I don't want to get to the end very rapidly. You know what I mean? Whoop. That wasn't good. Messed that up a little bit. There we go. Try that again. Did I hit the wall? Yeah, it looks like I may have. So I'm finally starting to do some digging. Oh yeah. Oh, let's turn the nose down a bit. So now I'm digging it out. Finally reached the end here. And it's probably not going to dig a hole quite as tall as the other. I don't know that to be a fact, but we'll see. I'm digging in it here. You can see I'm already up to 300,000. This is a massive hole. Oh man, I keep hitting that top. I want to keep it straight as possible. Again, normally I wouldn't show this kind of grinding, but this is kind of just proving out the ship. This way just a tad. And you can see we're digging. The hole is definitely getting smaller around me. And you just got to take it slow with these small drills. But it does the job. And, you know, once you get into a game and you can get this guy built, which it's not super duper expensive, your grinding worries are pretty much over. I mean, you can get just about anything you want once you get to a ship of this kind of level. And the grinding is over. That's why, you know, I typically start in space. I might do a series that's landlocked, you know, starting on the planet. I've kind of always resisted that. The main thing is, can you find cobalt? Because if you can find a little cobalt, you're golden, because then you could build this. And it doesn't take much. I think I calculated 144. So I'll leave the Excel spreadsheet in the description. I'll put this guy on the workshop. So if you just want this ship or a version of it, the ship I built in creative, I'm sorry. And then what I'll do also is actually go in and I'll at least do another video. I'll start with one, and we'll see how people like it. But I'll do a video of just trying to create a ship in creative, and then we will worry about building the list on how much it costs to build and those kind of things. And maybe we'll do micro ships. Maybe we'll do just the smallest possible drill ship you can make, because I am interested in what is the least amount of materials that I can use to build my first drill ship. Not even something to this level, which this isn't, the greatest ship ever built, obviously, but it'll get the job done. But I don't need something that's going to do 700,000, per trip either. If it can get me 50 or 60 meters down into the earth, usually I'm pretty good there. So we're up to 500,000 now, and the main thing's going to be, what this thing looks like coming out of this hole, because that's where it wins. Whoa, whoa, whoa! These gyroscopes make it a little twitchy. I might have a little bit too much on it. Like I said, once I got it full, I reevaluated it, and I put the extra gyroscopes on it to make it easy to move when it's at a higher level. You can see this is a nice hole. Nice, good round hole. Digging everything out. Remember we went through this earlier in the video 2 hours ago and walked down this whole path, and it got pretty tight there in places. But yeah, I think I've made my point. So let's get out of here, shall we? We'll try to get her as straight as possible. There we go. And we'll just back her out. You can see I'm hitting the roof a little bit because I didn't keep it straight all the way in. Go down just a hair here. But this is so much easier than before. Before, I was literally doing this blind, and you would hit something, you wouldn't even know you were hitting it. At least this way, I know I'm a little bit too high up or too low. I can see the sparks, and I can adjust accordingly. Before, I did not have that kind of luxury. And I'm being careful. I mean, I could probably come out here just a little bit faster than I'm doing now. Okay, let's, be cool here. Let's not go crazy. Trying to keep that horizon level. That's not the easiest thing to do. Oh shit, there it went. Got a little bit too tight to the ceiling there. There we go, come on out. Just wanted to rise a little bit anyway on the ass. Let's pick up the pace a little bit, shall we? I mean, hell, I just fell from a great height and it didn't just damage the ship too badly, so it's pretty tough. Pretty tough mamma jamma. Probably destroying this fucking connector, dragging its ass through here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Come on, be cool. Be cool. Oh well, if I'd hit the right button, that might help. When you're trying to go to the right and you're going down, that's not gonna help things on the ship here. Come on out. I mean, you can see we were pretty far down in that hole there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on now, girl. Come on. Don't scratch it up. Don't scratch the paint too bad. I promise I won't do this again. This is for, I'm probably the only person watching the video at this point, and I'm playing it, so. But if you're still here, you're a true warrior. I really appreciate you watching. Oh, no, 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 no. You come, oh, you just behave yourself. I'm sitting here bragging on you how easy it is to come out of this hole. You need to be cool. Stop being drama queen. God, this is a massive hole. I don't think that you would have to dig this deep for resources. Even in an asteroid when it was on the center, you could get right out of it. Sorry, I'm leaning in my chair trying to lean this thing out of this hole here. And you can see the other tunnel where I kind of... That's what happens when you can't see where the hell you're going right there. You end up not going straight. But with this guy, I can at least see where I'm headed. And you may not appreciate this because I didn't show this grinding, but this is a major, major improvement to what I had before trying to get out of this hole. There we go. So we're out. We are out of the hole. Turn those drills off. And if I didn't do too much damage to the connector, you can see she's a little lethargic now. It moves pretty good still, considering that it's pretty full. These gyroscopes are weird. You almost have to get it moving before they're going to do anything. Alright, so let's line her up. Get her close anyway. Come on down. Little whoa, 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 whoa. And I think, by George, that's us. Boom. Lock her down. Turn off the motors. Now, the battery's on auto, so they should be recharging. Let's double check. Let's see how much power we use there. So, that's not too bad. Well, that's pretty bad. I mean, if it's got 4... What do these store? Maximum store 1 megawatt. Okay, so we only used a few hundred there. That's not bad at all. I mean, as long as we were gone, we only use, what was that, 3/10 of the power? So, not really bad at all for what it's used for. Go out, get your minerals, get the hell back to the house, right? And this thing should be dumping its inventory as well. In the connector. You can see all the drills are empty now. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Cockpit's still got a little, connector's got a little in it. But the drills are empty. Yeah, and I am down to 200, so already dumped half the inventory. Again, the station's got, it's got some refineries on it, but they're busy doing things like platinum and stuff like that. So, and if I went to the refinery itself, that's the uranium refinery. You can see there's doing cobalt. I can just kind of dump that. So, yeah, so far so good, man. So anyway, guys, this has been a long video. Enough rambling. This is the BOAR. We built it in survival, legit. I mean, obviously it's kind of cheaty because I had a ton of resources, but maybe we'll get into an episode where we can build this guy for real. Maybe I'll improve the design. Not really sure yet. Your comments and feedback will kind of tell me which way you want to go. Did you like this whole concept? Did you like the spreadsheet? That's the key thing, 'cause it takes a long time to kind of figure all that stuff out. So if you're not into that stuff, then I'm certainly not going to waste the time doing it. It's not that big of a help. I'll just get a shit ton of resources and make it. But if you are interested in that, then I think I'm going to do a video at least of some micro ships, and we'll start from there. But if you like the video, hit that like button, maybe subscribe, tell your friends. Could always use the help. Until next time, my name's JOEHOVA, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.